This is the vocabulary for lesson 5.1 in signing naturally. And so many, well, not so many, but several of the vocabulary words in this list have to do with the ASL timeline. So I wanted to show you that first. In ASL, a lot of signs relating to time fit into the ASL timeline. Whatever is closest to your body is the present, and then moving out in front of you bit by bit by bit goes into the future. So the near future would be out in front of your body a little bit, the future would be out in front of your body, and the distant future would be way out in front of your body. Similarly, the past is behind you, right? So signs that relate to the recent past are going to be a little bit behind you, and then the past will be further behind, and then the distant past will be way behind you. So keep this timeline in mind as we talk about and learn some signs that relate to time. The first word in this vocabulary list is the sign for today or now. So you want two Y hand shapes on both hands, one Y hand shape on each hand, I should say, and you turn your palms to face you. All right. Now, today is as close to you as possible, the present, right? So you kind of can bounce it a little bit. If you want to say now, it's pretty similar in concept to today, because you mean this moment, right? This time. But there is a difference, though, between today and now. I'm going to eat lunch today is a little different from I'm going to eat lunch now. So you can be a little more specific with this sign. Today is kind of a casual bounce. Now is going to be closer to you. Right now, I'm going to eat lunch. This minute, right now. Today is out away from you a little. You can see that mostly if I just turn sideways. All right. So that is in the present. That's today or now. Yesterday is one, that's the French one day ago. So it's one day in the past. So you want a thumbs up hand shape. You're going to start at your cheek, chin, and move back to your ear. Yesterday. Tomorrow is one day out into the future, which, as you know from the ASL timeline is out in front of you. So you're going to have that same one, and you put it at your cheek and move out to the future. Tomorrow. Speaking of future, that's the next sign on our list. I know we've already learned this before. You want a flat hand shape, palm facing sideways, and you bring it out into the future. That's the same as the sign for will. I will do something in the future. I am going to. Past or before? Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of curved a little bit. So it's a flat hand shape, but it's not. It's relaxed. And then you have your palm facing behind you, back there to the past. And then you just push back. The movement comes from your wrist. Push back a little bit. Past or before. Day, we have learned before. So you want the horizon as your non-dominant hand, your supporting hand, palm facing down. And then you want a number one hand shape on your dominant hand. Set it up this way with your dominant elbow on top of your non-dominant hand, and then come down like the sun going across the sky in the course of a day. So again, you'll want your shoulders relaxed on this so that it'll be this non-dominant hand will be down by your waist. So that's day. Days of the week, is that true? Yes, each one of them has two different ways to sign them. So we'll start with Sunday. You want two flat hand shapes with your palms facing out. You can either do two little circles, Sunday, or you can do Sunday. Monday through let's see. Yeah, I'm going to do it this way. Okay. Monday through Saturday are all very, 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 very similar. Okay. So you make the initial of the day of the week. So M for Monday. And then you turn your palm to you. And the movement here is going to come from your elbow with little circles. Okay. So that's Monday. And then Tuesday is easy, just with the T, same location, same palm orientation, different hand shape, same movement. Wednesday. Now Thursday is tough because we just barely used a T for Tuesday. So we can't do T for Thursday, right? So H circled is Thursday. Friday circled, and Saturday. So let me go through all those again. Now, as I mentioned before, there is an alternate way to sign all of those. There's two ways to sign each day of the week. So the alternate for almost all of them is to simply turn your palm around. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday is too awkward to do this way. So the alternative for Thursday is just TH. That's actually my preference. I sign it this way. And then Friday and Saturday. It's obviously easier to see the hand shape when it's facing you, but I would say most people do palm toward you. All right, the next sign is a sign for stay. It's two Y hand shapes with your palms facing down. Your dominant hand will do the moving, so make sure you get the, your dominant hand does this. So you just drop it a little bit. And there's no wrist movement. It's just from your elbow. Stay. Clean. Now this is the verb clean, like to clean. Like if you're doing your chores on Saturday, you'll be cleaning. It's similar to nice, only you repeat it. Like you got a rag or something and you're washing, cleaning stuff. Okay, so steady. Steady is a two-handed sign. Your non-dominant hand will be a flat hand shape with your palm facing you. And then you want a 5 on your dominant hand. Your fingers will point toward your non-dominant hand and wiggle as they move in and out. So again, this is an elbow movement, steady. The next one is gym. You need a closed X hand shape and you make little circles at your shoulders. Gym. Practice. A 1 on your non-dominant hand, palm facing down, an A hand shape on your dominant hand, back and forth with this part of your palm touching, making contact. So practice. Soccer. Let's see. So non-dominant hand, flat hand shape. Actually, both are flat hand shapes. Palm facing down in your non-dominant hand. And then it's kind of like this is a foot and you're kicking. That's soccer. It can be repeated too. Church, mosque, and temple are all very similar. So we'll start with church. You want it's an S hand shape. S hand shape on your non-dominant hand is your palm facing down. A C hand shape on your dominant hand, and you bounce it. Now the difference between church and chocolate is movement. Chocolate church. All right, mosque has 2 different signs, and I've also seen it finger spelled. You can do an M with that same setup, only different hand shape, same movement, same palm orientation, etc., like church. So you can do mosque this way, or you can do mosque this way. I prefer this one because that's the sign for moon, and that's the on mosques, right? So mosque. So you can do, or temple, like a Jewish temple is same everything, only different handshake. Temple, T for temple. All right, meeting. You want 2 5 hand shapes. Your palms, actually, I guess your palms sort of face each other. So start with 5 hand shapes. Make sure your fingernails on your thumbs are touching. That's really how it is. And then bring, as if these are all little people, bring them all together in the meeting, okay? So that's meeting. The next sign is what we call in English a grocery store. In ASL, it is signed food store. So you want to start with a squished O handshake for food. And then same squished O handshake, pushing out this way for store. Remember bookstore, right? So, or you can do it with one movement as well. The next one is hospital. It is a U handshake. Actually, it's an H handshake, but it's a U handshake, and you draw a little like plus on, like the red cross, right, on your shoulder. I turn so you can see it. So that's hospital. Doctor. You may see initialized. I'm going to suggest that you don't initialize it, but some people do sign it that way. It is going out of style. Not very many people do that anymore. So on your non-dominant hand, you just kind of bend your wrist that way. Think about taking your pulse. That's what we're going to do here for the sign for doctor. So on your dominant hand, bend a flat hand shape in half and tap on your wrist. So that's doctor. The initialized version is doctor with a D. Know it so you can recognize it, but I suggest not using it. The next sign is bank. It's simply fingerspelled. Money, we've talked about before. With your palm, non-dominant hand with your palm facing up, squished O hand shape on your dominant hand, palm facing up as well. Think about holding some cash. Okay, so money. Withdraw. So if you have to go to the bank and withdraw some money, you do it this way. So to take it out. So it's a lot like the sign for gone. Remember that one? Or both. Only so your non-dominant hand will close around your dominant hand. Only instead of gone this way, you're taking it out. All right. So kind of start with a C, a loose C on your non-dominant hand, squished O hand shape representing money, and you bring it towards you. So it's like the bank is over here and you're withdrawing. Okay. Withdraw. Restaurant is signed, it's initialized, it's signed with an R hand shape, palm facing you. You come down to one side of your mouth, then the other. And it actually doesn't matter which one. If you sign it this way, it's just as correct as signing it this way. The sign for next, like if you're telling me what you're going to do today, and first you're going to a, and then you're going to the, and then next you're going to the, then the way you sign next would be, so it's like, here's what's happening now. It's kind of just a loose, it doesn't have to be super flat, just kind of a relaxed, flat hand shape, palm facing you, non-dominant hand. Then you come from this point in time, remember the ASL timeline, to a little bit in the future. That's what's happening next, all right? Some people come all the way back here. Some people just come out at the end, at the edge of your fingers. The last sign in this list is long ago. So with one flat hand shape, have your palm facing your face. on your dominant hand and just kind of do little circles long ago into the past. Okay. If you do both hands, it means like a really long time ago. And again, you're going as far back into the past as you can. So this is like yesterday, just barely back into the past, right? Long ago is way, back there. And then way, way, way long time ago is with both hands. All right, so that is vocabulary and the ASL timeline for lesson 5-1.